Welcome to our Summit Park Market Update. I'm Ron Wilstein, a broker at Keller Williams Luxury Properties here in Park City, Utah. We're going to look at the Summit Park real estate market today, and I want to cover three things. Number one, I want to give you a brief overview of the Park City real estate market. Number two, I want to look at recent sales and prices in Summit Park. And number three, I want to share with you the length of times homes are taking to sell in today's market and the reason why. Let's take a look at Park City's real estate sales. The Park City real estate market is strong. The current inventory of listings for sale is at the lowest level that it's been since we've been keeping records in the Park City Multiple Listing Service, which goes all the way back to 2007. Over the past 12 months, there's been 1,348 sales, and that consists of homes, condominiums, and vacant land. That is a drop of 3% or 45 sales from the 12-month period the year before. This graph here shows us homes, condominiums, and lots. And in the red bar, we're seeing the period of time from May 2017 through April 2018. The silver bar represents the 12-month period the year before. And you can see that the number of sales is actually down, primarily because of limited inventory, with homes dropping from 548 sales to 535 sales, a 2% decrease. Condominiums down 3%, dropping from 661 sales to 638. And even lots are down from 184 sales, 9 fewer sales to 175. That's a 5% decrease. But what's happening with prices? Everyone's always interested in knowing what's happening with prices. The good news is they're going up. Here we're looking at the median home sold prices, and this time I've broken it up between Park City and the Snyderville Basin, which is the county area of Park City. Property values have increased in the city limits by 7%, with the median sold price rising from $1,790,000 to $1,907,750. Also, we're seeing a 7% increase, so it's pretty steady inside the city limits and outside the city limits, climbing from $967,500 to breaking the million threshold of $1,040,000. So prices are up in terms of homes. Condominiums, again we see increases, this time in the city limits, a whopping 12% increase, with the median sold price for condominiums climbing up to $765,000 from the previous $685,000. In the Snyderville Basin, a 3% increase from $482,500 to just below $500,000 at $498,000. Vacant land, also an increase. Look at this in the city limits, climbing 33% from $680,000 to $907,500. Now I need to point out that there's been 25 sales during the last 12-month period, which means we're not talking about a large sampling, and you could have 1 or 2 lot sales, even 3 lot sales that are in a superior location during the last 12 months compared to some that were for sale the year before. That could account for it. So when you see the 33% increase, it's a true statistic, but I don't want you to think that every lot went up by that much, because that would be an inaccurate way to interpret it. In the Snyderville Basin, we see a 2% increase, with lots climbing from $460,000 to $470,000, a 10% bump. Now let's look at Summit Park's real estate market. Home sales are down at Summit Park by 13% compared to last year's numbers. The decrease dropped from 31 sales the year before to 27 sales during this past year. This leads us to a discussion on absorption rate. We like to look at absorption rate because it forecasts how long homes currently for sale in Summit Park will take to sell, based upon the rate of sales in the past 12 months of Summit Park homes. Summit Park homes have been selling at a pace of 1 sale every 14 days. There are currently 7 homes on the market in Summit Park, which equates to a 3-month inventory. The price ranges of these homes have been from a low of $356,000 all the way up to $848,000, bringing the median sold price to $643,000, and that is up 7% from the previous year's median sold price, which was $600,000. So it's nice to see that 7% appreciation. Turning our attention to lots, lot sales in Summit Park are up by 25%, climbing from 8 all the way up to 10 during the past 12 months. Now, of course, there's a shortage of homes, and that's causing people to look at buying Summit Park lots to build their dream home. Summit Park lots are selling at a pace of one sale every 37 days, and there are currently 7 lots on the market in Summit Park, which equates to about an 8-month inventory. Price ranges go from $63,000 all the way up to $290,000, with the medium sold price being $89,000, which is a very impressive 27% increase over the previous year's values. The year before, the median price was $70,125, and it climbed all the way to $89,000, 27% increase. Now, if you'd like the specific details on the homes and lots that make up the statistics that I just shared with you, it's very easy. All you have to do is go to our website, BuyParkCity.com /Summit Park. In fact, you may want to bookmark that page. That's the specific page dealing with Summit Park. And then request recent sales data. Let me show you how you do it. We're here on the Summit Park page on our website. Let me get out of your way and point out some things to you. First of all, you can, at any time you want, go to this button that says Watch Summit Park Webinar. In effect, that's what you're doing right now. And you'll get the most up-to-date webinar on what's happening in the Summit Park neighborhood in terms of prices, sales, and the real estate market overall. We update this every 4 to 6 months, so feel free to go there anytime to get an update. You have this other button here, and it says Request Recent Sales Data. If you click on that, that takes you to this window, and the first choice is Email me sold data on recent sales in your neighborhood. It's already pre-selected. Go down here and type in Summit Park, and put in your name and your email and your phone number, and that's all you need to do to get the information sent to you on the statistics I just shared with you. If by chance you're not already receiving our Park City Link newsletter, you can choose yes if you want it, and that will give you a chance to fill in your mailing address, and we'll be sure to send that to you. In either case, click the submit button and we will send you the information you requested. Now let's take a look at how long it's been taking homes to sell these days. According to the Park City Multiple Listing Service, homes have been selling over the past 12 months in 97 days on average. This means that when a property is priced correctly, based upon recent comparable sales, they sell in less than 100 days on average. Now, of course, that means some sold faster, some took more than 100 days, but that's the current statistic as of this month. The Multiple Listing Service also tells us that the current inventory of homes for sale in the Park City area are staying on the market longer than in previous years. So yes, on the one hand, price it correctly, they're selling quite quickly, but because many sellers are choosing to overprice their properties, buyers are refusing to pay those higher asking prices, and it's slowing down the marketplace for those folks. Now let's take a look at an important graph. This graph here shows us that the average time on the market for homes that have sold is 97 days. Now let's take a look at the average time on the market of active listings that have not yet sold. 179 days. Now this is an interesting contrast. Those that sell on average less than 100 days. Those that haven't sold can be on the market easily 6 months and still not be sold. Now what this doesn't show us is it doesn't show us the cumulative days on the market when a property is relisted, whether it's with the same realtor or a different realtor, and now there is a cumulative time over several listing periods. How long are current listings that have been relisted been on the market? 283 days. Now that's really quite striking here, because that means that you price your property correctly, you can sell it in on average 97 days. If you overprice it, trying to get the highest price because we have a limited inventory marketplace, sellers are waiting 283 days still without selling it. Average escrow once you go under contract is 30 to 45 days. Got to add another 30 to 45 days on that to get a sold figure. So it really makes a big difference where you price it and how long you want to be on the market. The Park City multiple listing stats show us this. Price your property right, it will likely sell within 100 days. Overprice it and your property will likely be on the market for 283 days or more without a sale. So let's consider this timing. When a property is listed, that's when you see the greatest amount of activity because it's new, it's a new listing. There's typically buyers out there who want to buy a property, they haven't found it, and so you see a lot of activity the first couple of weeks of a listing. Then as time goes on, if it hasn't sold, the activity starts dropping off, in part because everyone looking has seen it already, and it starts becoming a little bit stale in the market. People are starting to wonder what's wrong with the property. Is it overpriced? And the interest starts dropping off. So days on the market are an important thing to consider when your goal is to sell your property. This graph shows it a little bit differently, where a seller might say, Ron, there's a limited inventory here, so I can price my property higher, and so I'm going to price at this number, see what happens. Very common thing that people do. Period of time goes by, doesn't sell, they make a correction in the price, they lower it. Some more time goes by, have to do it again. So again, you go back to why do you want to sell your property? Try to match it with your length of time having your property on the market. Now, to assist you in correctly pricing your property, I've recorded a special webinar entitled How to Price Your Property to Sell in Today's Market. And I go through the tips in greater detail to assist property owners when they're thinking about selling their property. So you may want to check it out. Go to BuyParkCity.com/selling. Look for this image that's behind me and watch that webinar, and I think you'll find it helpful. If you want our input on how your property compares to other properties that have sold, give us a call. We're happy to help you. We'll come out and look at your property. We'll answer any questions that you have. If you'd like to learn how much your Summit Park property is worth in today's market, go to our website, BuyParkCity.com, and select the free home valuation button at the top of the page. Let me show you that real quick. Here we are on the page. Upper right hand corner, it says free home valuation. Click on that and it says, I'd like to know how much my property is worth. Contact me for a free property assessment. It's already chosen. There's some other choices you can select too if you want. Again, fill out the information, scroll down a little bit, hit the maroon button, turn black, submit, and that will come to us and we'll contact you and arrange a time to see your property and get you the information. There's absolutely no cost or obligation, so we hope that you'll take advantage of that opportunity. And then if you have any questions about Summit Park or about the Park City real estate market overall, you can call me or email me at ron@thewilsteinteam.com or my colleague Doug at thewilsteinteam.com. If you'd like a call back, include your phone number and a preferred time and we will reach out to you and chat and answer any questions you have. I want to remind you that each and every month we record our Park City Market Talk webinar. It's approximately a 15-minute presentation. We go into greater detail on the market, but similar things to what we covered briefly at the very beginning of this webinar. And then we usually focus in on 3 or 4 other topics that are very timely. And so that is updated every month around the 15th of the month. We hope that you'll check that out and take advantage of that. I want to thank you for participating in our webinar. If you liked the webinar, if you found it helpful, please like us by clicking the YouTube icon below, and that will take you to our YouTube channel where you can like us, give us a thumbs up, or give us any feedback. And if you want, you can subscribe to our channel, and that will allow us to automatically send you updates when we do a new webinar. So check that out. We would appreciate hearing from you. Lets us know that we should continue to put on these webinars. And of course, bookmark BuyParkCity.com/Summit Park. Always get information on your neighborhood anytime that you want. Thank you very much.